Hey everyone, what is this? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and it's time for another look using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palettes. If you're new here or just stopping by, then for the entire month of November, I am doing a new look every day using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm doing that because, you know, a palette comes out, it's super popular, everybody's talking about it, you get a couple good looks to see out of it, and then that's it, and you never hear about it again. So, Too Faced Chocolate Bar, it's a very popular palette. A lot of people have it. A lot of people have dupes for it. So hopefully if you have dupes, you can also be making these looks as well. And if you're doing these looks with me, then feel free to tag me on Instagram because I would love to see the looks that you're coming up with as well. So far, I have found that I don't love the burgundy shades in this palette. You got the two right here. And this one right here is okay, but it requires quite a bit of work. Same with the purple above it. It also requires quite a bit of work, which I have never heard anybody really talk about the downfalls on this palette, really. I'm sure there's videos out there where people do, but I've personally never heard it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying making new looks using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette with me, and you're enjoying, you know, just finding out the downfalls of the palette, finding out the good things, because there are a lot of good things about the palette. All of the shadows, even the ones with poor color payoff, have been fantastic for blending. They've all just blended beautifully. So I have nothing to complain about as far as that goes. But there's also a lot of fallout. I feel like I'm getting really rambly and really ranty. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started on this look right here. Okay, so starting out, I'm going to go ahead, prime my eyes using the Lorac Pro. You guys know this if you've been watching all of this series so far this month, which I hope you guys are enjoying. As of right now, 2 of the videos have gone live, and you guys really seem to have liked the second one. The first one was a little bit rough, I'll be honest, but it was the first time I'd done a makeup tutorial in a very long time, and admittedly, it's not something I was ever very necessarily good at filming, though I think I am improving. Getting better with the camera zooming in, zooming out kind of a thing, and getting better with how I'm applying the product and showing it to you guys. So it's a work in progress. It takes practice. You don't just wake up one morning and instantly know how to film a makeup video. Honestly, I feel like they're probably one of the hardest things to film because there's so much that goes into it when it comes to bringing the camera in, bringing the camera out. Now, if it's just like foundation and makeup-y type stuff, like other than the eyes, I don't feel like that's too hard. But when it comes to eyeshadow, I feel like it's a little tricky. Also, you guys notice I got the clingy, I'm pointing at it like you can see it. I've got the ceiling fan off today, so hopefully I remember to continue to turn that off because I've been editing these videos and I've had it on in like almost all of them so far, and it is really annoying, and I'm really sorry that I have that on. In real life, like, I'm completely desensitized to it, like I don't even notice it. But in the videos, I'm like, oh my god, that's awful. So I'm really sorry for that. Thank you to those of you who have stuck with me so far. I think we're on video number 9. Is this video 9 today? Honestly, it should probably be like video 13 or 14, but I know I'm like talking. So we're going to go ahead and set our eyeshadow primer. So per usual, first row, second shadow in, just all over the eye. I'm kind of going to do this one kind of chatty today. So let me see. I'm going to use this. Does this work for you guys if I have a mirror down here? And then I can see, and then you can see. Hey, look at that. That works. So anyway, I haven't been able to film any of the makeup looks here lately because my son busted my laptop. If you watch my my vlog that went up on November 2nd, I think it is. No, the first Saturday of November, whenever that was. I show you guys the screen, but he busted the laptop screen, so I had to switch over to using our Mac, which I've never really used before. I know that sounds so bad because they're such expensive computers. We ended up getting one for free from my husband's work because they were throwing it out because it was broken. So they were like, just trash it, but he's the IT guy, and for whatever reason, they didn't want him to fix it, and they just wanted to throw it away. And so my husband asked his boss, hey, if you guys are just throwing this away, can I take it home? And she's like, yeah, it's trash. And he's like, okay. So he brought it home and fixed it. Like, it took him a few hours to get it fixed, which I don't know, again, I don't know why his work didn't want that to be fixed and kept because it's a Mac, it's expensive. It's one of those desktop Macs. It's not a laptop one, but it's one of the desktop ones. I don't know why they didn't want it fixed for the work. I think that he works at a place that has like doctors and stuff, and I think what it was is that one of the doctors, it was one of their computers, and they just wanted a newer version. And so they just said it was trashed and insisted it was trashed. Because that's happened with a few iPhones. Like my iPhone here, I think it's a 6, was one that a doctor said was broken and trashed and to throw it away. And insisted it was trashed and to throw it away. Because they wanted the iPhone 7 when it came out. So, there are some perks to my husband's job. So anyways, I had to switch over to using the Mac, and it's been like a crash course in learning how to use the editing software on there. And then I had problems uploading the footage off my camera onto there, so that was fun. So it's a learning experience. So some of my films here, I think the first 2 or 3 videos I filmed were edited with my HP, so that would have been with Windows Movie Maker, and then everything else has been edited with iMovie. So if there's some differences there, I'm sorry. So we're just gonna take a nice big fluffy brush and we're gonna dip into, this one's hard, which one do I want to go with? I'm so back and forth on this palette right now because there are some shades in here that I absolutely love, and I'll give it to Too Faced because I think all of the shades in here blend beautifully. I think they all do a great job at blending. But the color payoff is just irking me. Like, I feel like nearly this half of the palette, just because that burgundy doesn't have good color payoff. That purple, you really got to work with it to really get it to look purple. This one we haven't really played with much, so maybe we'll go with that one today. And then we have this one over here, that I feel like this one and this one, they look about the same when you put them on. Like this one, I think it's supposed to be matte, though I think it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know if it's supposed to have shimmer to it or if it's just because I ended up using a brush in there that had shimmer to it. I'm not really sure. But anyways, this color here and this color here, which on camera they look different. In real life, they look pretty different. And even here on the finger swatches, they look different. But when I've played with them on my face, like, even though they look a little different, they still end up, when you blend them out, looking brown. Like, they just don't, I don't know if you guys can see this here. Okay. They look about the same there, don't they? They look pretty close to the same. This one's more shimmery. This one's more matte, but otherwise pretty close to being the same color, which I don't hate that, but they look so brown. Like here in the pan, they look like they have such a gorgeous burgundy color to them, and then you go to use them and they just turn into brown. And so if you have any kind of a brown crease shade, it just all turns the same color of brown, and it's just really irking me. Sorry for the rant, but I'm just like frustrated because I so badly want to use those colors, and then every time I do use them, I'm just disappointed with them. So take a breath, breathe, it's just eyeshadow. But I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing this whole video, because now you know. Okay, now I know. Now we all know that there are some shadows in here that are irksome, okay? Just, it's out there. It's known now, okay? That's what happens when you play with an eyeshadow palette for an entire month. You really get to know it, and you get to know what's wrong with it and what's right about it. And those two shadows are very wrong with it. Just putting that out there. So, anyway, after all of that, I'm going to go ahead and go in with, I'm still undecided on this, because like I have this whole idea in my head, you like that, the whole idea in my head of like this look I want to create that's almost, I want to call it like a monochromatic, is that the right word, monochromatic look, where it's just one eyeshadow. This whole idea in my head of just taking this burgundy color and popping it in the crease and having like a really light colored lid with this, you know, bottom color right here, and it just being gorgeous. But I just know that if I try to do that, that the shadow is going to look brown. It's not going to stay burgundy. It's going to go brown, and it just makes me mad. So anyways, I think we're going to go ahead and first row, third shadow in, we're going to pop that in our crease. I know I've been doing that one a lot lately. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan yet. Where's the correct brush. This video is going to be pretty long. I'm just throwing that out there because we're doing it kind of like a get ready with me. So, and I know I blow on my shadows. I'm sure you're starting to catch that up. A lot of people catch that up. Anyways, a lot of people like tap out their excess. I blow on it. It's habit, and it's so hard to not do when you're just used to doing it. So we're just gonna pop it right here in the crease. Okay, now that we have our crease shadow on, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I haven't tried it yet with this palette, and we're going to see how well that works. And some shadows just play really well when you use your fingers. So I'm going to take the white shade all the way down here, if I can get it in frame, if I flip it over correctly. First row, second shadow. And we're just going to pack that on the eyelid just using our fingers. See if we can't get a nice white base going for the next color we're going to put on. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and take first row, fourth shadow in, that shimmery purple. Now if you guys have watched this whole series, you'll know that when I did the look with this purple down here, we really struggled to build up the color pigment, but we were able to, and using a setting spray, we were really able to build that color up. So hopefully this works much easier, but just using our fingers and that purple shade I just showed you, we're going to pack the lid with it. Well, so far, I mean, I like how it applies overall, but I still don't feel like it's super pigmented. We'll try it with a brush on the other eye. So just taking a little flat shader brush back in with that same color. We'll try to do it with this eye and see if it makes any kind of a difference using your finger or the brush. Okay, so this one, which I use my finger on, is much darker than this one. So it automatically applied more pigment, more concentrated. But I still feel like it's not the same color as what's in the pan. Like, it just looks, it's kind of a purpley brown. And here it looks maybe it is kind of a purpley brown, but I feel like it has more purple to it in the pan. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hard customer to please. I'm going to try this again using finger. I just can't decide if I like this or not. It's just kind of aggravating. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pack my brush. And then put a little bit of my setting spray on it if I can find it. I'm so disorganized. I need to clean my vanity. So setting spray. And I don't know, that made a whole lot of a difference. It didn't blend very well, this color in particular, with the setting spray on. It's taking a little bit more work. I feel like the look we're coming up with is very reminiscent to when we used this like brown gold black color over here. I can link those videos down below, the one where we used the purpley grape if you haven't seen that one, and the same with the blackish gold color. But I feel like this look is very reminiscent of that. I feel like we're just coming up with the same look pretty much. It's not, I'm finding it very frustrating, if you can't tell. Like, I'm not trying to say this is a bad palette, because it's not. There's definitely some really awesome colors in here that do really, really well. Like, you know, the golds, all the browns, the pinks here, they're all really nice. Like, any of the browns are nice. This one that's a pink kind of came out almost white on it. Took a little bit of work. The shimmer down here is really, really nice. I like that one. This one up here plays really, really well. But the burgundies and the purples are just getting lost somewhere. They're just not translating onto my eye the way that I would like them to. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this eye really quickly, and then we'll move on to other things. So I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup off camera, but I want to go ahead and let you guys know that I feel like I was able to actually get this color to look like it does in the case. You know, that one right there. I just kept working with it using a blending brush, not a blending brush, a shadow packing brush, whatever you want to call it, a shader brush, and the photo focus setting, photo focus setting spray is what it is. I just kept working with it, and I was finally able to build it up to that pigmentation. So it seems with, you know, a handful of these shadows that the more you work with them, and using different ways to apply them, they seem to work better. But we still need to go ahead and finish up our eyes. So off camera, I went ahead and tight lined my upper lash line just using my regular Patty Dubroff eyeliner pencil, and then in the waterline I put the NYX Wonder pencil, and that one's just going to make my eyes look whiter and brighter and more open, and then of course the one on the top is going to make my lashes look thicker. So we're going to go ahead and kind of like, what do I want to do here? But I definitely want to do something with the bottom of the eyes. We're going to go ahead and just step outside of my comfort zone just a little bit here, but I think it might turn out really pretty. Plus, like I said, all these kind of end up going brown anyways. So we're going to come in here with the third row, fourth shadow in, that burgundy color that I keep complaining about because it's not doing what I want it to do, and just a tiny little shader brush, and we're just going to pop that right under the bottom lashes. Then just taking our blending brush, we're just gonna make sure there's no harsh lines under here. Okay, I actually like how that looks. It's kind of smoky. A little bit of red down there, but I like it. So now that our eyes are done, pretty much, we still have to do mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I love the setting spray. I feel like it just works amazingly. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Essence Volume Mascara. I love this mascara. Now, as I've mentioned before in all of my videos, if you want to add a wing, if you want to add falsies, by all means go ahead. This look will definitely work with those products if that's what you want. Again, it's just something that I'm not very good at, and I feel like taking my time with this particular mascara just makes my lashes almost look like falsies anyways. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys liked hanging out with me again today. I'm loving just how my makeup looks in general today. I went ahead and used my e.l.f. brow kit today, which I've not used in forever, and I'm just like, I can't stop staring at my brows. I forgot how nice my brows look when I use this product. Everything that I've used on my face today will be linked down below. If you guys are wanting to see what all I used on my face, like see it in action, I think episode or look number 3. I think that I did a full face. I'll try to do maybe a full face tomorrow. That way you guys can see again what the makeup that I'm using is going on my face. Can I talk today? Not really. But otherwise, I really hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I think you guys so far seem to be really liking this series. So if you guys do like this, I will definitely do another series. I've got some great palettes that I'm kind of thinking about maybe using in January to do another one of these full month of makeup kind of looks. So let me know down in the comments down below, do you want another one of these? And also like palette ideas and stuff. I've got a palette in mind for January, but let me know. Give me your thoughts, your opinions down below. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're new here, I really hope you do decide to subscribe and stick around. I'd love to have you here. But otherwise, I think I'll just see you guys in tomorrow's video for another look using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.